I always say that all of us, we were all born for this. A huge mission to me. It's very important. I was there at the Capitol on January 6th. I was there as media. I'm sure many of you were. I'm going to assume that the majority of you know what's going on with the Gulag in DC and the prisons all over this country, and not only the people who are being held in prisons, but the people who are defendants. So this is January 6th by the numbers. The defendants, 740 in this country. Prisoners, 100. 42 of those are in the DC Gulag. 31 under house arrest. 199 have copped to plea deals. And 87 have been sentenced.
Do we know how many Antifa members have been in prisons?
That's a great question. I don't know of any who have.
Where's the due process?
There's no due process. It's completely unconstitutional what's going on. They're taking their mail away from them. They're holding their mail. They're not giving them their mail. I mean, food is moldy, very small portions. They're freezing. If they come out of their cells, they have a bathroom outside of their cells. If they go back in their cells to get something, they will lock them in their cells and they will not let them go use the bathroom. And one of the prisoners has been put down in the hole. I mean, and this has happened over and over, that they've been put in solitary confinement for 22 out of 24 hours a day. I mean, it's awful. It's going on a hunger strike, which none of us want to see this happen, because these people they're basically already on a hunger strike because they're not eating. He's going on a hunger strike until his next hearing, which is I think February 23rd. They're not allowed to see their discovery. They have their rooms toppled and their discovery stolen. So they don't even know what's going on with their cases. Most of them have public defenders. Most of these guys are veterans. All private attorneys, a lot of them. We've had a couple of amazing patriots who are attorneys step up and fight for these guys. But they need all the help that they can get, because they're going through, I mean, what's happening is they're going to court and they're giving them continuances over and over and over. Prolonging it, which is costing these guys who do have private counsel a fortune. I know people who have gone through $125,000 retainers and have had nothing but continuances this whole time. So we've got to support these people. I have several groups here: AmericanGulag.org, StopHate.com, and some other ones that are websites that I have links on here. And then on Telegram, a great group is Patriot Mail Project, which was started by a mother of one of the Gulag prisoners. And that's for writing to them, and that means the world to them. I mean, we hear that over and over from them. They're like, oh my gosh, when we get these letters, and they will write back to you. I mean, this is history, guys. This is history. And to be able to support these citizens, these patriots, these friends, these people that were there, human beings, that were there for us, for our country, that did this, that made this sacrifice, and now they are in there. They are not forgotten, and that's what they need to know. They need to know they are not forgotten, because that's how they feel. Because they're like, wait, I thought I was in America. What is going on? Why is no one helping me? So they need to know that we are here. And have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's been amazing, but it took the better part of a year to see anything coming out. And after this, they're coming for you next. This doesn't stop here at all. So we need to make everyone aware of what's going on. So you can send letters, and that's through the patriotmailproject.com. One thing I want to say about the letters, they're very picky about what they will allow. So no colored paper. If you can't send them blank paper, if you write something on a piece of paper a little bit so that they can use it for stationery, they'll allow that. So there's all sorts of things like that. But they have now decided that the American flag is bad stuff. So they throw that away. You can go to Prisoners Record Campaign, and that is an amazing group. That is kind of the hub. That is where we fund their commissary, but like I said, they don't get very good food. We can send them gift boxes that have snacks and such, but also it's freezing in there. Socks, thermal shirts, thermal underwear. But it's super important to help fund their personal, their gives and goes, so that they can afford private counsel, because most of them don't have it. They're being abused on so many levels. It's just terrific. So you can fund their gives and goes to help their legal funds and help their families. I mean, most of these guys were the sole providers for their families. They've lost their houses, they've been doxxed, they've been completely ruined socially, economically, in every way. They've had kids taken away from
There
them.
are 1A
There are
patriots.
families. Yes.
They're the frontline patriots.
They are.
1A.
They are. There are families where both the mom and the dad have been arrested and their children have been taken away from them. These raids, they come into the home, 5 o'clock in the morning. They're holding guns on these small children. This has happened here in Virginia. These children are outside shivering in their pajamas at 5 a.m. and the feds are there with their trucks and their tanks holding guns on these little children. I mean, it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. And it's the Sing for Freedom campaign. And a friend of mine who is a defendant who's out on bond, who has 10 federal indictments and is just like, I can't believe I'm out. He said, there's something God wants me out to do, and this is what it's going to be. This is what I'm called to do. And this friend of mine who's a defendant, he decided that he wanted to start a peaceful protest, that something that would call attention to this all across the country and get everyone involved, that would be peaceful, and that no one could say, hey, this is bad. So he decided that when he found out that every night our political prisoners in the gulag at 9 p.m. from their cells, they sing the national anthem of the country that is prosecuting them, persecuting them in these cells. They still come together and sing all together the national anthem at 9 p.m. Eastern every single night. So I do this myself. I get out, my little boy Charlie, who's here with me, he and I sing together every single night and post it on social media. That's the part of it that's huge. I mean, because we've got to make this a movement across our country. So you post it with the hashtag #4 anywhere on social media. Get this going, make this a movement. But that's the fourth call to action right now.
From the top of my house.
Awesome.
Amen.
Please do. Sing loud. Let your neighbors hear you. I mean, that's what it's all about. Make your neighbors say, "What are you doing?" You know. But
Okay, so you guys, this is for real. This isn't just another political year. It's not just another thing going on. These are real issues that are going on. We lost Virginia. We took Virginia back. We lost America. We're fighting to get it back. My testimony tonight for Ed Worsham is that when we had our District 5 Bob Good show up at our meeting, it was the best Republican meeting I ever saw. He came in and said, look, I'm your congressman. I show up and vote and say no. I went down to the border. Yeah, it's bad. So Ed Worsham's wife, Lillian, got up and said, you guys are not doing your job. You guys are not doing anything. There are those guys that were there January 6th, and they are in solitary, and you have done nothing. Trump was in office, they impeached him, they attacked him, they sent him to court, they did everything they did. You guys haven't done anything but say, no. No. Oh, it's bad. No. This is our country. This is our future. Gina and Dawn, you came here tonight. I want you to know that this country is important to the people.
Amen.
Our party has not done their jobs for a long time.
I totally agree.
It is going to take time to infiltrate and get really good people running in politics, because nobody wants to be there. It's a dirty word in our country. GOP has been such the old boys club, whatever it is, I don't care, that has been part of this mess. We need people stepping up. We need people running for chair, being on the committees. We need them in the central. We need them running for offices. These guys are still here, and nobody's saying anything. Ed and Lillian stood up in a GOP meeting where we never talk about this stuff. Oh, we don't talk about issues. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Let's keep to our business. Let's keep to our order. We don't want to talk about issues. Our congressman told Lillian and the gentleman behind him, I refute you. Do not tell me I'm not doing my job. I'm doing my job. I refute you as a citizen. You're lying. How dare him? He is running in the 5th, and I'll tell you right now, I will support anybody that runs against him. Because how he won was dirty politics. Him in there doing nothing for these guys is shitty politics. And we need veterans, we need Americans, we need patriots in politics again to take our country back. Because we have lost it. To promise us, you will fight.
Amen.
And when you get in there, you will not forget them. You will not forget this house. You will not forget the people in your districts. And you do everything in your power.
What there will be is an investigation.
It has to be.
Yeah.
The first week, and then you hold these people accountable, and then you pull everything that the Jan 6 committee is not looking at, which is the real crime,
It's treason.
and stop going after President Trump.
Hey, we've got all that.
I know.
We've got all that.
And it takes the people to change this. And we need the people showing up. They need to volunteer, donate, and get involved. I don't care what it is.
It's a distraction
This
from what
has
really
been going on
was
for
going
a
on.
long time. And people go back to sleep. We can't allow that. This is our country.
This is it. This is it.
And this is it. Or you don't have a country anymore.
Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright